Funko Illuminati. Here we are live once again on Monday with Totally Mitchin Collectibles along with LBDProphecy. Vince is currently working. Andrew is out in the dark. He should be back soon, hopefully.
Isn't he always in the dark?
Pardon?
Isn't he always technically in the dark?
I am not touching that. Considering it, I'll let him share his story on what happened with his phone. It's not mine to tell, but it's an interesting one, I'm sure. And we and Quickdraw. Yeah, Vince is not here. Andrew. Oh yeah, Quickdraw. Quickdraw is getting his computer started. He should be here soon. Want to say hello to the people currently already in the chat waiting, and thank you for being so patient. Hello, Baby Ice Laura. Thank you once again for the super sticker of $4.99. Really appreciate it, honestly. And that's all we got right now, but I'm sure more people will come. Pardon?
Jeremy.
Oh, I thought I said Jeremy. Sorry, my apologies, Jeremy. Didn't mean to forget you, buddy. And Jeremy, I'm sure more people will be coming in the as we do things, and I learn to speak English. So I know, Mitch, as always.
That ain't gonna happen.
Oh, bite me.
You're going to learn how to speak English as soon as LBD does.
Sooner I say what?
Huh?
What am I doing here?
You're freezing, LBD.
Oh, give me a second.
Okay.
Someone's probably downloading another telenovela. Hey, wait. Is this the real Johnny Knight? How do we know? I'm just screwing with you, buddy.
How am I now?
Oh,
you're good.
Much better. Yeah,
I'm connecting my YouTube so I can have the chat open.
Gotcha.
No, it's funny that happened to him because someone also tried to impersonate my aunt this weekend coming by. I went by. She's like, "Hi." It's like, "Hi, I'd love to help you, but before you do, can you tell me my brother's first name?" And they blocked me.
No, my favorite thing is to talk to them in Spanish, and then they try to use Google Translate to talk to me. And I'm talking to people who are like born speaking like first language is Spanish. There's no way you mix up the way the order of the words go at all. Because in Spanish sometimes some words that in English go first go last, and it just happens.
My aunt was my brother's godmother, so it would be a really it'd be a really easy question. But it is what it is. They disappeared. I reported them. They'll come back again. They're like cockroaches. Give them enough time, they'll be back.
Oh, for sure.
Well, Mitch, no orange this time. Someone's gonna say something.
He's got on the hat.
No, it's red and black.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is something a little different.
Not bad.
I've had an interesting week.
Why? What happened, buddy?
Well, I turned this place upside down trying to find something, and there's just nowhere to be found. But I did get rid of a bunch of stuff I didn't need to have here. So I've reclaimed some space and was able to move, like I said, move things around. I found something that I wasn't looking for, but I did need.
Not bad. Wait, you said you got rid of some things. Where's the kid? I don't hear any noise.
In the living room.
Oh, okay. Daddy loves you. He's just gonna put you right here.
Ron did actually go out today. Actually, that was kind of hard to see it go.
What went out? Sorry, Thawne?
Grand Animal Thrawn.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they went out today.
Uh-huh.
It was one of the pieces that sold.
Oh, is it me or is it just me or is he lagging?
No, you're fine, dude.
No, him.
No, LBD's fine.
And it's you.
I don't know. I mean, you haven't lagged once, Sean, but LBD every so often his voice like stops in the middle of a sentence.
Well, it's got to be on your end because I see you both fine and he sees me okay.
Yeah,
which is weird.
I don't know.
You know.
Now it looks like Sean's frozen. Is Sean frozen for you right now?
Yeah, he's
Okay.
not moving.
No, I lost it. No, I lost internet for a second. Ever since we had a storm for 3 days, like it would rain a bit and then it would pick up. The internet, for some reason, it will cut out for like 30 seconds and then pop back in, and it won't. And it's weird. It's not like it's doing it regularly. It just periodically happens. I called and put a report in. I'm just curious as to see if anything actually happens. Hey, Quickdraw, how's it going, buddy?
What's going on? Doing good.
I do want to make a small announcement before we keep going.
Yep.
Just want to say thank you to everybody who helped out and sent me their best wishes and donations and stuff. The procedure worked pretty well. Recovery seems to be going well as well. It's still a process, obviously, of recovery and kind of mental health and stuff. But other than that, things are looking great. So, like I said, thank you to everyone who reached out and helped, or tried to purchase something, or spread the word. Honestly, it was very helpful. And
that's good, man.
Cool, man. Good to hear.
Yeah.
Were you able to get the full string started on the computer?
Quickie.
Full string. I had to update drivers too.
Okay. Hey, Anthony, how's it going, buddy?
What's up, Anthony?
Hey, Anthony.
Please.
So, I'm just going to go right to it, but what do you guys think of the SDCC reveal so far? I mean, kind of...
I don't even know what it is yet.
Oh, okay. I'll pull up Insta and I'll get it up for you guys, but yeah, so far nothing's caught my eye, but stranger shit has happened. I'll go with this Funko or this Tracker or this Disney or whatever.
What's up, baby eyes?
Now.
There haven't been a whole lot of stuff revealed yet.
No, it's been pretty. What's the word I'm looking for? Lackluster?
Stale?
Yeah, stale's a good one too.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. You kind of gave, DC's weird cousin, Freddy, and expected people to get excited about it. And then, not only that, but you added other items that weren't Funkos, which, yes, I get there still really are soda collectors out there, but the other things, I'm like, you used to get 3 Funkos for the price of what you were paying. Now you're just getting 1 Funko and some random stuff.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's DC's weird cousin. He's not even part of the big 3.
Share screen. Here we are. Instagram. There we are. So here, I'll show it up here. So
Pass.
Let's go back. Oh, yeah, okay.
Pass.
So yeah, we got Thor. Yeah, little late on. Apparently, Mondo's poster, which I mean, it's a cool looking poster, although
it's probably like $100. Pass.
Yeah, that's my thought too.
Yeah.
I hate how the glam shots on these things always look amazing, and then when you get them, they're.
Is that the
PCC? That's the point. I mean,
no, I know. I'm just.
Yeah.
Is that
he's mixed a few other stuff in here, so. Yeah.
It's a facet one. All right.
Yeah, it's the facet one. So the glam always looks better than the actual product. Apparently, this is a. I'm not even sure what you'd call it.
A lounge fly bag?
Well, I know it's a lounge fly, but I'm not sure exactly what it's supposed to be. It looks like it's supposed to be a cookie jar. Casey's Junior cookie jar, which I've never heard of, but okay. That's...
I mean...
Turtles. LBD? Oh, I think he's talking to somebody else.
Yeah, he muted his mic.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
I just had to respond to something. It was bothering me.
All good.
No, it's fine. We got Galvatron and Rodimus Prime. Now I'm wondering if this will be a 2-pack or single. I'd rather single because I really want Rodimus. I have no want or desire for Galvatron.
I'll be honest with you, they'd probably be smart to do the 2-pack just because of what you said.
No, yeah. Oh, I'm pretty sure of it. The newest One Piece Funko Chase, which
she's actually a really popular character. I haven't seen her myself yet. I've only kind of semi seen it. Like I'm not up to that part yet in the English version of it. But when she was introduced, people lost it. It's a good character apparently.
more SDC stuff. No.
And that's a 3-liter soda, apparently, from what somebody said.
The Vader?
The Darth Vader.
Yeah, I can see that in that size.
It looks like a soda, yeah.
Yeah.
What is it? Is his mask going to be broken for the chase?
Who knows? Or maybe they'll go with don't forget there's a alternate version of Vader where he becomes good and his whole suit's white. Maybe they'll just cheap out and do a white suit. A lot of Loungefly this year, man. A lot.
Well, they're just showing the different things from the different booths. I mean, they've got the Biddy booth, they've got the Blockbuster thing, the VHS Blockbuster thing. They've got so many booths over there.
Oh, look, it's Mitch.
Huh?
You got a black Stanton furry backpack.
Oh, right.
Hey, now you got something you can wear shirtless.
But once again, is this SDCC stuff or is this? It is.
These are exclusive San Diego Comic-Con Loungefly bags and baubles.
I gotta admit, I like the chrysanthemum bag because my kid has like some of the Chewbacca ones, and they're actually really nice.
I like the Soundwave bag. I'm curious what the cassette is going to be, if it is an actual going to be Ravager or Laserbeak. But I mean, at the end of the day, though, it's still Loungefly isn't cheap, man, especially when it's an exclusive. So, more Pokemon stuff. Yeah, interesting, but no. So more Biddy stuff. Another Batman.
I think if they would have made it just like from the actual like animated version of the film or like comic, part of it, people would be more excited. People just don't want to deal with the movie itself.
And it's funny too because I actually liked the movie. The movie was good. I mean, it wasn't. It's a superhero movie, so it's. I mean, the only thing that really I would say was bad about it was the third act. It kind of dragged a little, but I mean, not as bad as Eternals. I mean, Eternals, man, that movie. By the second act, that movie basically hit sand and was just dragging. The Flash, I would say, maybe dragged for about 15 minutes near the third act, and that was just, this is apparently the size of the floor. Holy crap, man.
Well, have you seen what's been going on with Anime Expo, bro? Like they have, it is insane right now. It is basically what's been going on. The line has been going wrapping. There is a line to get into the line.
Yeah,
and there are lines that think that are going into the line that are not going into the line at all.
LBD, all cons have been like that ever since.
No. It's they oversold in a bunch of stuff. It's crazy.
No. I'm saying I've been to 3 or 4 conventions this year alone. And it's the same deal with all of them. You have lines for getting in, like the Niagara Falls one of the smallest conventions I'll be at this year. And that thing was wrapped around the building twice.
But I'm gonna tell you something right now. It was nasty. Like there was people leaving poop and puddles outside, like all over the place.
Oh wow, that sounds like a great con, man. Memories can be made.
That sounds like San Francisco.
Yeah, with less pool noodles and You know, somebody industrious could actually sell like portable toilets at those conventions. Just
Just a
Got one there.
mobile toilet, just driving around with it like a porta potty
Yeah,
on the
right.
back of the bike.
Not even drive it around. Just put like 2 or 3 in specific locations and charge to use it. Call it a day.
oh yeah, make sure it's one of those because it's stateside. Make sure it's one of those ones with the bill reader where it doesn't work right, so you have to put it in like 6 times. Funko sodas. I like Invader Zim, but nah. There's enough Gur as robot and Gur as basically like this that I really don't see the point or need for a soda for it. It's not
Honestly, it
original.
would have been better if they would have made one glow. Like make the common regular and then the chase him zipped up glow.
Yeah,
That-
or even or the eyes glowing. The eyes would be cool glowing.
Yeah.
But
But I think
again,
like I said, the reason I said the zipped up one glow because I feel like the green would be easier for it to like just do the instead of doing the paint, doing the actual, intense glow. You know what's funny? It's funny that they came out with this grayscale one because like last year they did the color one and I wanted to get it so bad. I just never did because I don't really do posable stuff.
it looks cool.
Yeah, it does. It does look cool.
Just moving up to see if there's anything else.
All those Blue Beetle things dropped today at Hot Topic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, they did. They
all
did
the
here
commons,
yesterday.
and then one had a chase to it.
Which one had a chase?
The common Blue Beetle had a chase.
What is it?
Yeah.
I think it's just a glow
silver, I
chase.
believe it is. Oh,
I think.
so I think it's safe to speak for Andrew. Oh yeah, more of the Funko blockbuster things, which I think is kind of it kind of looks like a stretch out Duplo doll.
I don't like them. I don't.
Mhm.
The case itself is not even the size of a VHS tape.
Yeah.
I mean, I was going to say, I think I speak for Andrew. I think the only thing that people
Hey,
might
Christina.
that he would want would be the biddies.
I think
And
he said he wasn't
the
for
fun
biddies.
on the run thing.
Oh yeah, that.
He
Yeah.
said he wasn't going for biddies though.
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay, smart man. Is someone living beside a racetrack?
No, but they think that it's a racetrack over here all the time.
Right.
And I can scroll up. Oh, find it. Finally, this is the part that drives me nuts. These 2 actors have been at every convention that I've been at, and I want their autograph, but I wanted it on a Funko Pop. Now watch, these will come out, and these actors will not be at any convention.
Yeah. Right.
Mother smoke.
Yeah.
I don't know why they. Well, no, I think I know why they released an A Train.
Well, that's his new
When,
costume. His inspired costume.
Latest season.
Well, it's not only that, but I told you guys before. So every convention I've been at this year, he's been there. Except when it comes to setting up his table, his mother comes out like Queen Bee, man. Like she's got the whole head wrap thing done up, and she's dressed really in vibrant colors, and she's got all his Funko Pops and all his autographs, and she's setting everything up. And she literally will take. I watched this woman because we were sitting across at the booth I was at for like 45 minutes, setting up like 10 boxes and a bunch of 8x11 pictures, making sure that everything was exactly where she thought it should be.
Good to have somebody
no,
organized around you.
Pardon?
Good to have somebody organized around you.
Sorry, I watched some guys come out like 20 minutes before. They got a big giant manila envelope of everything they need, and they just, all right, we're open. Let's do this.
Jeez.
It's a block bag filled with.
I saw an interview the other day with Jensen Ackles, who plays
Yeah.
Soldier Boy, and the director basically gave him one main cue: don't be Dean. That was his advice to him. He goes, I don't care what you do, but don't be Dean from Supernatural. Don't
I
act like a
remember-
character, in other words.
Well, when he was getting ready for this, he bulked up, and then someone's going,
Oh, yeah.
why'd you do that?
Uh-huh.
He's like, what? The super suit, they can do that for you.
Yeah, I think it was the guy that played what's his Homelander. Told him.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it. I just had more padding in the suit.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, if you can get away with it, go for it. I'm curious when these are going to come out, though. They still need to do Frenchie, but they're
there's
slowly
that
getting there.
Trigun SDCC you just passed.
Well, this is actually the anime convention, the one that LBD was talking about.
No, go down.
Are you gonna try to get that one too?
Which Trigun are you
Down.
talking about, dude?
Right there to the
Oh,
right.
Trigun. I thought you said Trigun.
Trigon.
I kind of want it and I kind of don't.
Yeah.
It's.
I don't care about it. I was just making the point it was an SECC reveal.
No. I might. It depends. I mean, I don't think it's gonna be a hard one to get a hold of. As villains go, he's not really, a big.
He's a little bit more popular now after the show.
Yeah, Titans.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe. I don't know. I'm still on the fence. I know
Also,
I want
people
this.
might remember him from the Teen Titans show as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, the good cartoon, not the one that was really. Yeah.
Yeah. Cracked out babies.
Yep. Hocus Pocus 2, the movie that nobody watched.
Yeah, who cares?
People watch it out of curiosity and regret it afterwards.
Yeah, kind of like people watch those watch NASCAR for car wrecks.
Now, I didn't know that Trigun pop
Yeah.
is a 6-inch.
Yeah, I want it. It's
Should
available.
be able to get it.
Should be
Yeah, it's
available
available.
at GameStop to be ordered, isn't it?
It is it's stateside. It still hasn't shown up in Canada yet. If I don't see it, sometime tonight, I'm just gonna call the store and say, "Hey, can I pre-order it?"
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're pre-order right now, anyways.
Yeah,
they're not out,
and it's still up.
Pre-order.
Yeah, Daria. This is the only time I ever want to chase.
Why?
The idea, the fire in her glasses as she's watching something burn with
No.
indifference. If you've ever worked in an office watching something burn, well, you have, and you know that you not acting on it, it's not going to come back on you. It's a good feeling. It's almost as good as accomplishing something.
Actually, I did forget to share something to you guys. That I got news of yesterday, which is, I'll send it to you in DMs, but we can continue here.
What's that yellow skeleton thing?
They're from the card. Okay, these are a kind of a Hispanic staple. They're called Jesus Christ, I forget the name of it because it's not something that I follow. But they're part of these cards that everybody really. What the hell are the name of them? The damn cards. I should say it there. Hold on.
It just says board game on there.
LOTERIA.
What is it?
Loteria, something.
Loteria. So loteria is like a big thing. That's what it is. So it's a traditional thing. So it's gonna be very popular, at least in certain communities. People have been waiting for that. Actually, I've heard people ask when they're gonna do loteria.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting. Never heard of it, but then I mean, I don't know exactly.
I
was gonna say I don't play a lot of Hispanic card games.
It's not really a game. Yeah.
This I'd actually like to get, not the Loungefly bag, but the actual pop.
Yeah.
Jackie Robinson. Yeah. Didn't they come out with one like that before already? That was weird.
Yeah, Babe Ruth.
Yeah.
No, but they did a Jackie Robinson. I think. Well, maybe was he sliding in the other one? Maybe I don't know. I can't remember. It'd be pretty cool. Jackie Robinson's a big part of my hometown's history. That's where he played in the minors and with the Jersey City, Montreal.
Mm-hmm.
And a movie that Mitch can relate to. traveling oceans of time just to be here.
Where's Brad Pitt?
Hey, look, I'm still surprised that they're able to do a Tom Cruise pop and not have him, nix it.
Yeah.
You probably went over his head.
Actually, rumor has it the Funko Pop is actually life size.
Right.
Let's see, what do we got here? More Funko sodas. I have a
Keely.
feeling the nun will probably be the big one out of these four. Although the nun feels like a bit of a lazy. I don't know. Which one do you think is the lazier chase?
Keely in a different outfit.
It's not even a difference, just differently colored.
That's what I'm saying. It's just literally a different. It's different color outfit. It's the only difference.
Well, same thing with Barb.
Yeah.
Interesting. I'd love to be part of this process, or at least just see the process. That there's something to watch. So what's the chase? Oh, we colored the eyes blue. Oh, okay, good. Moving on. What else we got here? What's this? Oh,
Julio Rodriguez, J Rod.
Rodriguez.
Yeah,
He's a rookie for the. Well, I guess he was a rookie, but that's the card everybody was trying to get a hold of.
So
I'm not surprised. Right? I'm not surprised they did the Agent Anti-Venom and Agent Venom again.
Yeah,
people already got those. It's crazy. The Ninja Turtles pack.
That was weird, man. They had it up, then they took it down, and then Funko Shop was canceling orders. Amazon, I think, might have. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But
Vince told me that they weren't canceling Amazon orders. It was only
Funko Shop orders.
It was only Funko. Oh, okay.
Yeah. That it wasn't supposed to go up there, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Well, it went out. Oh, there's your chase.
Is that the chase?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, I could have swore it was.
No. There's two different names on those two things.
Yeah, that's all
short round from STCC.
Yeah. Which was originally supposed to be a common, and then they went, we could slap a sticker on this and make some more money on it.
Pretty much.
So. This here, man, I think it's still available for order right now.
I'm sure probably is. Nobody wanted it.
Like I said, bro, it is. He's weird cousin.
Hey, little one.
You invite because you have to, bro. He is not part of the big three. You make that thing a Wonder Woman or not even a Batman and a Superman, they'll sell.
Well, Batman is the one in the new Fun on the Run, the one when you go to a Fun on the Run event.
I know, Mitch, but I'm saying when you put out the flat press, it's not gonna do as well. People are gonna be waiting for that Batman, especially if they know it's coming.
Even if let's say you subtract the pop out of this, right? There's a very small group that collects the wacky wobblers because they're few and far between. They're more nostalgia pieces than anything. Case in point, I mean, Mitch has one just off to the side of him. Space Ghost, again, another nostalgia character.
It's a wisecracker.
It's not a wacky wobbler? Oh, well, my apologies. Wisecracker. My apologies, sir. I didn't mean to insult you.
Wacky wobbler.
Space Ghost. I mean, again, only a few people will know who he is if they watch the original cartoon and not the late night talk show that they did with him. And I forget what and these are more Freddy Funkos, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it was basically a Freddy Funko, like, I guess he was a Blockbuster worker. And then the Bitty Pops were all Freddy Funkos also. I think one of them was Proto also, like Proto the dog with a crown.
For the record, that does not look like a block. I've seen the pop, or whatever you want to call it. No, most Blockbuster workers I know, especially during the summertime, we're not smiling.
True.
These are all the releases from last week. I mean, another T-shirt bundle, more. But yeah, I mean, it's weird too because I'm just gonna point out Trigun. They're releasing like all these exclusives that were not originally mentioned. They're just kind of like just peppering them throughout the week. So, I mean, I've gotten all of them except for the newest one that was spoiled. So I was able to find the Crunchyroll actually, ironically enough, here locally for $10 cheaper than I would have paid if I had ordered it stateside and paid for the shipping. So
there you go.
But yeah, that's pretty well it for the Funko releases. I'm kind of disappointed. I was hoping for more stuff in the realm of San Diego Comic-Con. I mean, today would have been nice. I don't think they're going to release anything tomorrow. So I don't know exactly what their game plan is, but I mean, they have, as of almost, 2 weeks now? Just a little over 2 weeks left. So
honestly, right now I'm not. I don't think I'm looking at anything in it either way.
Yeah.
And then the stuff that I send to you guys in the DMs right now, that stuff, I don't have to worry about that till November. That stuff is not going to release until November, so I'm good from now till then.
Well, I personally hope that we get some more My Hero Academia stuff. You know, that's what we need. We need more My Hero Academia.
That's what I sent. It's not Funko, but
yeah,
Academia.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Well, no, but with these coming out, I can pull down the Fat Gum and the Red Riot from the wall.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
So just want to make sure I had the right direction. Not bad.
Yeah, they did a Funko of that. They're starting to do a lot more elaborate figures for My Hero finally. There has not been an Unbreakable figure until now, which is that of Red Riot, Unbreakable's form. The only thing you can get is Funko.
Speaking from from watching mold makers make molds, that thing must be a nightmare with all those
and that's
edges.
I believe that's just rendering. That's not even like what it's gonna look at the end.
Oh, I feel sorry for quality control.
No, but it's always best to get it. With stuff like that, it's always best to get it from over there. And then you look, this thing is gonna be huge. I like that they, it's not like they gave him his teeth, not like in the Funko where it's missing it. You can't. It doesn't really bother when you look at it, but it's still like if you know it, you see it.
Those look pretty decent. I mean,
yeah.
The only thing, like I said, is the Red Riot, man. That from a watching people that do like molds for like plaster Paris and other materials, those edges are going to be hell, man.
That's probably why they've waited so long, because they've done a bunch of lotteries for My Hero already. Yeah. They've done a crap ton of them. They've only released 2 figures of him, and none of them in this form ever.
There's one of the.
There you go. Yeah.
Deku and Eri.
Deku and Eri, it's the same thing basically.
Yeah. There's Eri back there.
Oh wow.
There's back.
Yeah. Damn, I forgot how big that thing was, man.
Yeah. It's pretty big.
Yeah, pretty good size. Definitely.
I don't know.
Could live me up big. I've got a couple of things that came in. Speaking of My Hero stuff.
Oh, I'll bring.
Got in the Mount Lady. Playing the baseball Mount Lady.
Nice.
Baseball outfit. I got in my Cocaine Bear. Holding the severed leg down in there. You can kind of see it.
So I have an idea for an Instagram picture just because it's so cheap here. The dollar store sells icing sugar. So I'm thinking of putting that in a pop protector and then just sprinkling icing sugar all over the frame and then using a straw and blowing it so there's like a dust of, and then taking the picture.
You're right. So there's the Funko Shop one. Where he's sitting there with a bag of cocaine in the bag.
Bro, that movie exploded so much. That thing has such a cult following now. It's insane.
And also this one came in the other day.
Don't forget Meth Gator.
Earth exclusive King Boomy.
I forgot they
From
did
Avatar
that.
collection.
King Boomy. Damn. I completely forgot that they did King Boomy. I completely I missed out on that one.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Oh, he's still up there. You can go get him.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure he is. You know, I'll get to it eventually.
Yep. But now that's all I got in. I got those things in.
Yeah, my cocaine bear is actually on its way from California. I should hopefully have it sometime next week.
Yeah.
So I ordered one for myself and then ordered another one for a friend of mine. So, because who doesn't like cocaine bear? Yeah, honestly, it was the only movie I will say I watched this year with no expectations and walked out entertained.
I think that's the problem, though. If you really think about it, a lot of like, perfect example. You go into all these MCU movies, you have high expectations because you just watched the end of an era, basically, which was Endgame and all that stuff, and then you go in there thinking that you're going to get that same flavor, and you're just not going to.
Oh yeah.
So,
well, I mean, I'll be, I don't want to spoil The Flash. Like I said, the only thing I mentioned is that it was a good movie. The third act dragged a little, but other than that, it was just that. It was just your average superhero movie. It wasn't anything that I walked away and went, "Oh my god, I learned so." I have a new love for this character. It's like, no, it's the Flash. He moves fast.
Yeah. No, it's funny because we were having a conversation the other day about the Flash. It's like, technically, if you move him into another universe, he is no one. He gets beat up by the general population. Because his powers are based off the Speed Force. The Speed Force doesn't exist in the other universes. So he's dead.
Well, then they took a cue from the Green Lantern Corps going, well, if there's all this emotional spectrum, then there has to be other forces like the Strength Force and the Speed Force and this force. And I'm sitting there, oh god, not this. Mm-hmm. Like there's a force for stillness. Yeah, there's a power you want. The ability to sit really still. Watch my power of inaction as I sit here and do nothing.
Yeah. Well, they did that whole thing in the Arrowverse.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Well, because the comic was selling. So, and as I'm guessing as a writer, it's really easy to sit there and go, well, if we just take this material and just, alter a few things, we could do a season.
Yeah.
What you looking at, Quick?
My phone.
What are you looking at on your phone?
A game.
Well, come on, man. Focus, at least for the hour.
No.
But yeah, pop-wise, like I said, I'm hoping more for San Diego. I don't... I get this feeling that this year San Diego is... Because didn't one of the bigger production companies not going? Is it Warner Brothers?
A couple of them. There was a couple of them that did.
Hello, Laney.
One of them. I want to say it was like Sony or Marvel or somebody like that. It was
Marvel. I think it was Sony because it's getting. Well, here's the thing with a lot of conventions. I find even I can't speak too much for the state side, but the Canadian side, the Fan Expo, they used to have some of the big production companies in there like Sony, Marvel, Disney, And now it's not as much because it's easier for those guys to do their own thing and make their own money on it and charge their own admission. Let's be honest. If we hosted a if a great example, let's say Disney did a whole Star Wars thing, right? Like not once every 4 years. What is it? Hey, quick, the Disney Star Wars thing. When is it? Once every 2 years, is it?
Yeah, it's supposed to be 2 years.
Okay, once every 2 years. Let's say they decide to change it and did it once every year. And they picked a different city. They could make a lot of money off that. Like people are willing to fly for a lot of that stuff. And it's ridiculous how much people are willing to fly out for that. I mean, I think it's a little much, but hey,
people have been doing it forever, and now that think about it, people are kind of coming off still to this day, coming off the whole COVID thing, man, and they kind of got a new view on life, so you're gonna get even more people. Plus, we have the boom of the COVID anime watcher because they couldn't find anything to watch, and they just started binging this recommendations that probably their neighbor or their friend gave them. You got a massive influx of new fans of this genre.
Well, that's why I was saying conventions right now are a pretty hot commodity. I mean, the smallest convention I've been to was, like I said, Niagara Falls. That's a tiny convention compared to the other ones that happen in Ontario, and that thing was wrapping around that convention hall. And for the record, that convention hall is not ideal.
Well, you remember the one I took the kid to when I called you guys. You saw how packed it was in there, and that's a small venue. And there was other sections that were blocked off that were even more.
Well, there was one in South Jersey that Ricardo went to, and it was in a skating. It was in a hockey arena, and that thing was packed. I would never imagine going to a hockey arena for a convention. I mean, it's got the floor space. It's got the floor space, obviously, but I mean, it's not. It's literally something you could walk through in less than an hour, and it was packed apparently all the entire weekend, and it was on Saturday and Sunday, and it didn't die out until about just after lunch on Sunday. So that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, Fanboy here is this weekend.
Yeah, I've been getting advertisements for it on Instagram. I'm sitting there going, yeah, I can't make it there.
I know.
Go, Mitch. Just take the day off work.
I may try and go. One day. I think my buddy's got passes to it. So
then go, man.
Yeah. I might go check it out.
I want to see a picture of you at a convention. Just, I don't care what you're doing.
Right.
Go to the tall man booth so we can see how it looks like in the outdoor.
He won't be in Fanboy.
Why?
He and the owner do not get along.
Ooh.
At all.
Yeah, that's the secret world about conventions. There's two here actually. There's the Mississauga toy one, and then there's the other one here that happens in Hamilton. Apparently, those guys used to be childhood friends, and they started doing one, and then something happened before COVID, and they kind of parted ways, and so now they purposely set up their things on the days of each other to try to steal from each other. It's like, why?
Stupid.
Oh, it's hilarious.
And if you're one or the other, that they're always bashing the other. It's like, oh my God, guys, give it up. This isn't your job. This is a side hustle.
Oh, get this. Kevin Smith is charging $80 for an auto.
Yeah.
My point being is you can purchase his auto on a figure, which we've bought for not much more than what the figure's worth.
Oh, I know.
Way less than that for a figure and an auto.
But here's the thing. That's what you get for not being a true fan. Because if you're a true fan, you check out his website, and that's your problem, not ours.
Huh?
If you cared enough to check out the website for his store as a fan, you would see that you could buy these things online without having to pay extra money. Isn't that what you were just saying, Mitch?
I mean, no, I'm just saying that you can do that. What
No,
my
he's-
point is, I mean, obviously you're getting to meet him. Well, it's actually a drop off. It's a drop off
Yeah.
autograph too. You
Oh,
can pay
so you're-
for the photo op, which is like $100 and something. You can do a photo op, and he's apparently doing a talk thing. But yeah, so
No,
I
that's
looked it up.
the big thing now. That's actually the big thing, Mitch. That you go and get your item autographed. If you want a selfie, it's additional. If you want the photo op, which is where they have the backdrops and all that stuff, that's in addition. You don't get an autograph with that. And then if you want the what people call the ultimate package, where you get the photo op and the autograph all in one, it's ridiculous. He was charging $120 at the Fan Expo last year just for an autograph, and I think there was him with Muse, and then him with Muse and an autograph, and that was like almost $400 Canadian. Don't get me
So like
wrong,
$100
I
American?
like. Yeah, sure.
I could probably just go to the store and the Muse is usually there.
Yeah. He's
Well,
got
where
kids
is
to look
that?
after.
The theater thing that they're doing? That theater that they've got up there.
It's not
I
too
have no
far
idea.
from Red Bank.
Okay. I didn't think it was very far from the store, from the new store.
Well, Red Bank is not that far from here. Maybe 35 minutes, maybe at best.
Yeah. But yeah, they're up there a lot, apparently, at that
Yeah.
theater and stuff. From what the posts say.
No, you're right. That's a lot of just, and to think too. I mean, I've always been like, I don't know what the economics of it is, but these guys that come in and do autographs, you got your A, your B's, your C's, and your D's, celebrities. How much do they walk away with compared to how much they're actually doing that weekend?
Yeah,
it's got to be pretty lucrative. I mean, some of them.
Oh yeah, well, there's a reason why they do it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
The reason
That's
why
why
they run the circuit too, and go to all these different cities and stuff, and sit there and do this for hours on end.
Oh yeah,
and talk to weird, crazy fans and people that are
actually, to be
weird
honest with you, that's some of my favorite things to watch in line. Is some people when they meet their fan and their brain gets overloaded with this. Oh my god, I get to meet you, and they're just like, I like dogs. Dogs are nice.
Everything goes away.
Yeah.
They lose all train of thought.
Yeah. Unless the body controls, controls whatever it is automatically, everything else just dies.
Yeah, I've never really been that
guy,
starstruck kind of thing. I mean, I've met a lot of so-called celebrities, and it's just like they're people too. I mean, they just do it. They do something really cool, or they're really super talented at what they do, but at their core, they're just people.
No, you're absolutely right, man. I mean, I told you the only awkward moment I know was with my buddy Morgan, and he was meeting the cast of Red versus Blue, and he's standing there, and he's like, "Hi," and they're like, "Hello."
What?
Red versus Blue. They do YouTube shorts for Halo.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. I know.
It's a big thing with the younger crowd, Mitch. Remember,
I have no idea what that is.
Remember the Punch and Judy pop? Yeah. Well, you know what a Punch and Judy puppet is, right? Like from the Victorian age that you used to have as a kid.
A what?
Punch and Judy puppets.
I don't know what a Punch and Judy puppet is.
I figured you would. I mean, it's from the Victorian age. But anyways, my buddy meets these guys and just stands there in front of them and goes, "Hi," and they're like, "Hello, would you like an autograph?" And there's this awkward 5-second silence between them asking and him reacting, and I'm having to nudge him, and he's like, I said, "Yes, my friend would like an autograph. I'm sorry, Morgan, would you like them to sign something out?" And he's like, yeah, anything would be okay." And she's like, "Oh, are you enjoying the con?" And I felt like an interpreter looking at her. "Are you enjoying the con, Morgan?" Yeah. I'm really. and she, he like the guy and the whole cast signs it and gives it to him, and he's like, "Thank you," and she goes, "Well, thank you for coming out." Well, thank you for, and he's just standing there. So finally, I'm like, "Thank you for seeing us." And I walk away, and he goes, "I was a complete idiot, wasn't I?" I said, "You were more of a puppet than a human being at this point." It was so, and it was like, you do realize these are voice actors, dude. There are actually other people that have been in movies that you're going to see later this weekend. You might want to work on that, ability to speak. But yeah, it was just, it's the only time I've ever seen anybody just get, like you said, starstruck, where they're just like, words just completely evaporate from their brain.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So that's like, we had a lot of like celebrity artists, like music people come through that venue I worked at. I mean, you had a little bit of everybody come through there, and they were all just really cool people. We'd all hang out usually after the concerts and stuff. They'd all be in there, just kind of hanging out, and with people that work there and stuff afterwards. They're just normal old people.
Oh yeah, when I used to volunteer for the Fan Expo, when it was like almost 18 years ago, when it was much smaller. Yeah, a lot of the actors, like Peter Mayhew, he was, we're sitting there, and the convention, like the building's closing, and we sat there for like 2 hours. So it was him, Kenny Baker, and another guy. It was like I forget who he was. He was somebody did puppeteer for Industrial Light and Magic, and we're all just kind of sitting at this table, drinking water and just shooting the shit. And and he's, because Peter, he was a tall guy, so he walked with a cane. He's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna wait until the crowds die down before I head out." I said, "Yeah, same here. I gotta catch a train." And we just sat there and just talked.
Mm-hmm. Well,
people are, but again, I still stand by my favorite is watching people just completely implode and not know how to.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure it happens all the time. I see it happen all the time.
Yeah.
We get people coming up there just like, "Oh my God. Oh my God." I'm like,
no. The "oh my God," it's cool. At least words are being said. I'm talking complete, just
brain shuts down.
Yeah.
Can't form words.
Yeah.
You remember the time you did that thing? Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
You guy in moving picture, like.
That's funny.
Oh,
but
God. Yeah, I'm hoping my job situation's turned out a little bit brighter. I can't go into details, but I'm hoping I could do Fan Expo this year and go to Ottawa. Those are the two conventions I want to do. Just because I haven't been to Ottawa since I was a teenager, and it'd be kind of cool to see it. And Fan Expo is always just one I enjoy going to. So, mind you, the guest list is a little. It's not as much as I want to see. In fact, the convention you got coming up, Mitch, there's more guests there that I'd rather see than what I'm looking at here on the Fan Expo.
Yeah. Yeah, the Fanboys got a pretty good lineup this year.
Yeah.
I mean, they announced this year, of course, that they're going to do like a split thing with, like they're going to do the Fanboy, but they're also going to do a Fanboy anime.
Yep.
Most of your voice actors and stuff like that will be at that. And so they'll have more room to bring in other, actors, actresses, things of that nature.
You left on the floor.
Huh?
Oh. Nothing. He's talking to his daughter.
It's all good. Other than bringing in like, voice actors and all the other, and kind of focusing it in two different things. So I anime people can come at one time, and all the people that want to see all the other, maybe cut down on the crowds and stuff, because it does get pretty crazy over there from what I've understood. I've never been, but from what I've understood from my friends going.
It can. That's one of the reasons why they broke the Fan Expo here up in Canada. They broke it up into two different conventions. I think there's an anime one, which is really, what I hear is really lethargic. And then there's the comic one in March, and then there's the big one in August, because like you said, it's the same deal. They set it up at one point where they had the convention, they had both sides of the convention hall, and you can't see everything. Like if you're there for one day, you're not going to see everything. You kind of need to be there for the 2 or 3 days. And last year I was there for all 4, and I got to see everything barely. I mean, the only thing I didn't look at was Artist Alley, because Artist Alley, I find lately with a lot of conventions, and maybe people can correct me on this, but ever since anime turned out to be like the big thing, a lot of, aside from the people that actually make, like the makers, a lot of the artists, their drawings are very always towards anime.
Oh yeah, so anime sells.
Because people like bright, pretty colors flashing in front of their eyes. That's why, Anthony.
What was Anthony's question?
It's why people. It's why people stare at their phones. Look at Mitch. See, he's looking at bright, pretty colors flashing in his eyes right now.
Why anime is so popular is because you have more genres than your basic media. There's something there's something for everyone, literally.
Well, the other thing too is I watched a documentary on Asian productions, like of movies, television, and anime. It's very industrialized in the sense that it's like an assembly line. So movies, television, and anime, they can produce 30 episodes of a show. Doesn't matter what it is, because the way they have it set up, it's designed to be that way. So you can get, like LBD said, you can get more genres and more things out into the market quicker than a North American market. Because Mitch, you watch a lot of North American television. What's the average run of a season now? Because I remember when I was a kid, it was like 23 episodes. Now it's what, like 11?
Of a season of what?
Anything.
Like the average season for a TV show in North America.
Like your first season, how much? Honestly,
I mean, are you talking about like on NBC, ABC, CBS type things?
Anything.
Like a blacklist or your things like that. Is that what you're asking?
I use the word general, so that comforts everything. So yeah, like what would you say would be an average?
Probably 20-something episodes, I'd say.
I think that's more for shows that were running already. I think, I'll be honest with you, from what I've seen, your average new show doesn't get more than 12 episodes. If you're lucky.
All you gotta do is pull up like Netflix or something and look up Peacock or something like that, and look up a show like Blacklist or something like that. It gets more than 10 or 12 episodes, but some do get that short of a run. It just depends on the show. And they do it weird where they break seasons up. It's like the first season, but it's like they'll run it, and they'll have a break, and then they'll run the rest of the season. So,
well, they always did that before, because I remember I was commenting to somebody. I remember when new shows, like a new season of shows, would start in September or the last week of August, and they would run all the way up until about maybe the first week of December, and they would go on their mid-season hiatus and wouldn't be back until like the third week of January. So the breaking of the seasons isn't too odd. They're more apparent with it now, because they never mentioned when their mid-season hiatus was back in the good old-fashioned days of using what do you call it, TV Guide.
Well, I think for Mitch it was more the newspaper than the TV Guide.
you guys.
What's a newspaper?
Right.
Oh man, I remember getting the Saturday paper and it being like the size of a phone book. Now you pick it up and it's like 3 napkins. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hitting a kid with, I remember being, smacked across the back of the head with a newspaper, and it actually, left a mark. Now you're like, what the hell? What was that? Did you hit me with napkins? Like what?
Yeah. We got several. I was looking at the fanboy stuff here that's coming, because we've got, like, of course, Kevin Smith, Jason Mewes, and that Joey Lauren Adams. You got those 3 from.
Well, I'm gonna pull it up.
Yeah.
We got Fanboy Expo Knoxville.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna.
You got a lot of Lord of the Rings people. Lots of wrestlers, of course. We're in We're in the southeast.
But do
so we don't have a lot
you
of
have
wrestlers.
construction going on in your house? I think he's talking to the crew. So we got Kevin Smith, Jason Mewes. Oh, she's going to be there. Finger Trap.
Yeah,
although,
or
from what I hear,
and Rudy.
Yeah, these guys, man, they travel every con I've seen. If one's there, the other's there.
Well, there's a third one there too.
Oh wow, he's
Dominic
going to be.
Monaghan.
Yeah, he was there in March.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know he played these characters, but yeah, I could see how a few prospects and they're pretty well done. And oh, I'd like to get his autograph. Yeah, they really scooped all the Lord of the Rings guys.
Yeah.
Oh
I
wow.
love that. Vicki Lawrence. Some of the cast members from Mama's Family. That's pretty cool. Cobra Kai cast.
Yeah, they've been traveling around a lot.
Yeah. That's pretty cool to have Charlie, and then there's two other ones too.
Yeah, Charlie and Veruca always travel together. You don't see him too often.
Yeah.
Special guest Wayne Knight. That'd be somebody I'd like to get an autograph of.
McTavish is on a lot of things right now.
Where were you?
He's in Witcher right now.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Where would you get that signature on?
No, I'm not. I wouldn't get it on a. What do you call it? Shaving canister. If that's what you're gonna ask.
Yeah.
Lee Majors.
$6 million Man and the Bionic Woman.
Yeah.
I remember those shows.
I don't. I remember when they filmed the first Shazam here in Hamilton, and he was walking around here, and people didn't know who he was.
Yeah.
John Glover. Adrian Paul, yes, the Highlander.
Yeah, I used to watch that show all the time, man.
Same here, man. And now it's like not much. Oh, I liked him in Being Human.
Yeah, dude, that was great. That was a great show. The English version or the US version?
I've watched both.
Yeah. Yeah, he was in the US version of it. And I remember her on the the other girl beside him.
Oh, her?
Yeah. She's in
she was Charmed.
Charmed. That's what I used to watch her in.
Trying to remember what the hell.
Charlene Tilton from Dallas.
Wow, man. I knew who this guy was before I even looked at his thing. I watched a documentary on stuntmen, and they were talking when he talked about how he did the highest free fall,
yeah,
and designed the airbags that they have now where they fall in and the flaps open at the side. So he helped design that, which makes me wonder how many test tries did they do before they got it. They got it to the butter zone where they knew what they were doing.
I'm sure they threw bags down, weighted bags, Sean. They didn't throw people to test it.
Oh, why not? It's the 70s, man.
All you really have to do is watch Jackie Chan films and kind of just go off that and see how many times he hits the ground.
Well, it's 70s. All you have to do is sit there and go, oh, come on. What? You're not man enough to do it? I'll show you.
Yeah, just ask the guy that was inventing the parachute.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
Well, remember there was a guy who was designing a flight suit and said it will work, and he jumped off the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah,
he ended up getting
that's
tangled in it.
The one. That's
the
one. Yeah.
They actually just speaking of Jackie Chan, they just released a video. I don't know if it's new or old. They where his daughter's watching all his films with him. And she starts crying when she sees all the craziness that he put his bodies through.
Kerr Smith.
Yeah, Mindy Cohn. Remember her from Facts of Life and the Love Boat.
I watched a thing with him when he was doing Buffy the. He was saying when he was still doing DS9 and working on Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and he was like, "Yeah, so I'd get up in the morning, I'd film all my scenes for Buffy, and then literally drive across town, put on my prosthetics, and do DS9. Get home at midnight, go to bed, and be up by 4 in the morning to do it all over again." It's like I did that for 2 years. I'm going, how?
Yeah. There's a suit Nazi.
Yeah. He's at every con.
Then Marla Gibbs from the Jeffersons. She was the maid on the Jeffersons.
Jess Grove.
Talk about a figure reviving your income for the suit Nazi.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure he had a steady cash flow coming in, all right, obviously. But that thing just blew him up again, and he's just everywhere now.
Wow. These guys, I don't see them too often, at least this side of the border.
Wait, who?
Robin Maurice.
Are you crazy, bro? I see him in like every convention.
I said this side of the border.
That side of the border.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well,
When was the last time you stepped into Canada?
I was still wearing diapers at 2.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, look, it's Christopher Savage.
He's finally doing conventions.
One.
So I hadn't seen him in like a year and a half. At one point, he was at like everything. Cutting the ribbon out of Walmart. There's Chris.
Yeah.
Wow. That's all he does is just the voice of Donald Duck. Oh, good for him.
He's not even he's like the new guy, I think. There's another guy who did Donald.
No, he's been doing Donald since 1985, dude.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell, because there's another guy. I know there's another guy. I wonder what Kurt Angle did.
Oh, the body. Jesse the Body Ventura.
I ain't got time to bleed.
The Hardy Boys. Jeez.
Kevin Nash.
Kevin Nash.
Oh, they really got a lot of wrestlers at this one. Man, this building must be huge, dude, to have all these guys here.
It's always busy with wrestlers over here. This is
Yeah.
one of the hotbeds of wrestling in our early stages. It's Arn Anderson and then Brock Anderson, his son.
Yeah.
I've got Devon Dudley. One time they were here for a wrestling event, and my buddy Devon was wrestling a dude in the ring, and we were like second row up against the right beside the ring, and he had this guy just beating on him, and my buddy screamed out like, "What did he say? Hey Devon, did you get that belt at Hot Topic?" He literally stopped beating the guy. I've got a picture of it. Stopped beating the guy, looked over and just laughed and shook his head at us, and then proceeded to go back and beating the guy.
Jesus.
My buddy's really loud. he started laughing. He broke character. It was great.
So apparently the people that have dropped out aren't that many.
No.
That's pretty decent. No, I'm serious. That's because usually most conventions you lose at least more than 10%.
Yeah.
The closer you get, and I mean, Christopher Lambert's not going to be there. Darn it.
Yeah. He was originally both Highlanders were going to be there. But Michael Rosenbaum dropped out apparently.
Yeah, I got to see him in Niagara Falls. Nice guy.
Tully Blanchard? Didn't he pass away? Maybe not.
Who?
Tully Blanchard. He was a wrestler.
Well, if he did, that would be a good reason why he's not there.
Yeah, I know. I could be completely wrong on that, or either that.
No, he's. I'm looking right now. He's still alive and kicking.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's not bad actually. That's a pretty. That is an outstanding guest list, and the amount of people that actually backed out aren't that bad. And at least I'll say this about the Fanboy, looking at their site and how they have everything set up. At least when somebody's out, they remove their profile.
Yeah.
As opposed to, at least with us, a lot of the places that they put down, canceled, like a stamp that says cancel across, or they
Yeah, and apparently Kevin Smith's only going to be there on Saturday, which that kind of sucks. I think I was going to be able to go Friday. But, I mean, other than him and Muse, which I've seen them in person before, like, I mean, to be candid with you, I mean, the Karate Kid thing's pretty cool. Other than that, honestly, I think it's kind of weak. If you ask me.
Yeah. Some of the guest list is okay, but I mean, here's the thing. If I'm going to be honest about it, I'm not big into wrestling.
I
The
prefer
voice
you be
actor.
honest with it, Don. Don't lie.
Oh, okay. Mitch, you're the greatest human being
You
ever.
said if I'm going to be honest.
The wrestlers aren't my thing. There's 2 voice actors I'd like to see, because the others, I mean, they kind of make the rounds. As for actors, the only one that would probably catch my interest right now is Glenn Randall. That's just because after watching that documentary and seeing the stuff that man put his body through, and the fact that he's still, able to walk and put sentences together is actually kind of impressive considering his career. But other than that, that's pretty well it. I mean, most of these guys make the rounds this side of the border. I mean, actually, no, sorry, John Reyes Davis. I would like to meet him. Maybe not so much an autograph, but yeah. But I noticed that they're at the top of the special guests. They have Kevin Smith. Yeah, and you're right. It says Saturday only. Why would you give him top billing if he's only going to be there for the one day?
Yeah.
I mean, that just seems a little.
I mean, who else are you going to give top billing to? Out of those people, that's my point. Is
yeah.
Top billing to.
No, you're right. You're right. I'm. Now that you said it out loud, you are absolutely correct, sir. I don't know.
Give it to Sean Austin. I mean, no.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right. I'm not.
He's a lot more in the limelight, like on a consistent basis with his, his podcast stuff, his movies coming out. He's still making movies and stuff. So I mean, he's more in the public eye right now with everything he's doing, more so than any of those other people. Those other people haven't been relevant in years. Other than, well, I mean, you could argue the Cobra Kai.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, you could argue that, but that'd be about the only one you could argue.
Well, I'm looking at the Fan Expo Canada. The only name that stands out to me right now is Chevy Chase and Sam Raimi. And I don't think you could pay me to meet Chevy Chase just because I've heard how he treats fans. He's literally, doesn't make eye contact, doesn't make small talk, just says, "Who am I signing this to?" And you're out. So that's not really an interaction. That's kind of, to me, it feels like buying groceries.
Yeah, he was here in Knoxville filming that movie, that Burt Reynolds movie.
That one they made 20 years ago.
20 years ago.
I know.
But no, yeah, they filmed a scene down here in downtown Knoxville on Market Square, and it was like they were sitting outside talking, and one of my friends was the waiter in the scene, bringing their food and stuff. But
I've just heard that he's very as he's gotten older, he's gotten more of a he's become more of a dick, I guess would be the politically correct way of addressing it. So yeah, I don't want to spend money to get someone's autograph and them at least not to say hi or how are you or who just
That makes sense.
don't get me wrong. I mean, I've had a few times in my life where I've gotten autographs from certain people where it's been like, I'm glad I have it, but I kind of wish I hadn't gotten it.
Yeah.
It is what it is, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, Mitch, go. At least just go, please. I want to get a picture. I want to see you at a convention. Because it's weird to think that without stating your age, that you haven't been to at least one convention.
Yeah. I'll probably go. I'll have to work part of the day and then leave a little early and go.
Just fake a heart attack. Then ask the ambulance crew to swing by.
Yeah, I'll be working with somebody on Friday anyway, so I'll probably just go in for part of the day, and because I don't think my buddy's going over there until like 2:00. So
that's not too bad.
No, probably some of the crowd will be kind of dissipated a little bit then too.
Well, Friday crowds in a convention hall are usually pretty it's pretty tame. It's not until like Saturday about an hour after opening that it gets a little. Most conventions get a little. That's when you find out how good the HVAC in the building is.
Yeah, I'm sure. Well, it's in our it's in the main convention center here in Knoxville. It's a brand new facility. I mean, when I say brand new, it's probably 10 years old. It's not an old building.
Yeah.
So it's pretty.
I've been to conventions will test the limits of any HVAC. Trust me.
Yeah. Oh, they've had it every year. So I mean, yeah.
Yeah, it's like when, it's like when I went to Anime North. It was weird because the way this convention hall is set up is they have those big giant sliding panels, how they can section off a building.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So if you went into the section where they had all the guests doing the autographs, it was like this beautiful cold breeze just blowing in. But if you walked 3 feet past the opening into where our section was, which was the gaming section, it was BO and heat. It was like being hit with this. It's like walking into Jersey.
Sounds more like Philly. But anyways.
I'll take your word. I've never been to Philly either. So
I was going to say.
It's pretty bad. Just saying.
So the only thing the only thing I've ever heard about Philly was what was it, 90s or early 2000s? It was very stabby.
Yeah, you literally go across the bridge over into Cherry Hill, and it's like super nice. In the Jersey, it's like super nice, but Philly's like.
Hamilton's like that. If you're up on the mountain, it's like really nice. You get a beautiful view from the vista points and everything. But as soon as you get closer to the waterfront where all the factories are, you start noticing the funk, and the funk gets stronger the closer you get to the water. And then once you're by the water, it's like it smells like low tide in steel industries.
Yeah,
because I had a friend come down here a while back, and he's like, "Hey, where's a good place to like see the waterfront?" I said, "Well, there's this nice little cafe, and it's by the water and everything." And he's like, "Okay." He's like, "You want to go there?" It's like, "We'll go there because you want to, but I'm going to tell you right now, it's not the greatest smelling place in the world." In like 20 minutes eating our food out on the patio, he was like, "Can we go inside?" Yeah, because we have the what do you call it, the what do they call them? You guys call them bird cobra, the Canadian goose, hissing cobras or whatever.
The what?
The Canadian geese. Those big ass angry.
Call them Canadian geese.
No, there was another name. Somebody heard them call them the other day. It was like it'll come to me later, of course, after everything's done. But long story short, yeah, you can't really sit out in the waterfront and have food with those things around.
Yeah.
Oh, no, here the problem is we get a bunch of seagulls.
Seagulls, at least no, actually, seagulls can get pretty bad too if you get enough of them.
Yeah, seagulls get into a big crowd and they'll start attacking.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, we get Canadian geese, but not that many. You see them from time to time.
Yeah. And then, of course, some idiot Canadian tries to tell someone that, you can pet them, and that person believes them, and then you realize, oops, I probably should fix that problem before it becomes a bigger problem.
Right.
I told someone that recently. I told somebody that recently. They responded with calling me an asshole.
Pretty accurate.
Yeah, I didn't even fight it. I just like, yeah, you're right. That was. It's like telling someone, yeah, you can go play in traffic. It's cool, man. All the cool kids are doing it. See that semi? Go up and hug it. Oh, yeah, I'm so. It's one of the reasons why I like where I'm at. We don't, because about another 10 minutes north of us, that's where they like to nest. Some people leave their backyards because they'll show up and be like, "Oh, this is nice." So, after San Diego Comic Con, what's the next convention after that? New York, isn't it?
New York will be the next one, yeah.
Okay.
As far as I know, I mean, big one. I mean, you got Emerald, then you got San Diego, and then you got New York. So
okay.
The other ones are like WonderCon and LA Comic Con and stuff like that, which kind of.
LA Comic Con. I've said this before. To me, LA Comic Con's kind of like the appetizer before all the conventions. It's like the palate cleanser. Because it's only like 2 or 3 exclusives. They're really easy to get a hold of. Most smaller stores too will also get the ability to have booths. Like to get a booth at LA Comic Con is really easy, as opposed to trying to get a booth at maybe now with bigger names pulling out might be easier, but getting a booth like at San Diego or New York.
Yeah,
that's weird. You would think an LA Comic Con would be like more difficult because of the location, but it's not.
Because most people would hold out for San Diego. That's why.
It's probably.
No, it's the truth. It'd be like
No, but even companies, like think about it. Funko, what you mean? If you're lucky, you get 3 exclusives at the con.
Oh yeah. I think the other thing too is, let's be honest. The guys at First Form have that giant ass van. I've been in that van enough times. It's great for storing stuff. It's great for getting point A to point B, but in tight traffic, man, that thing is not maneuverable by any standards. So could and they're a relatively small company. And you got larger companies that are renting like those huge ass U-Haul trucks.
Yeah, you seen New York? Have you seen New York?
Yeah. Why?
New York gets a shit ton of exclusives and a bunch of, and it gets a lot of attention.
But you know how New York gets their exclusives though? They're shipped in like 3 weeks before the convention and basically stored on site. We're talking people driving their product in. They have at least loading bays and stuff. LA Comic Con has loading bays, but not as much as San Diego does. So when you're loading up at LA, it's difficult from what I was told. Now, I personally never been there, but if you have a larger truck larger than a cube van, whatever God you believe in, may they be with you, because maneuvering in that traffic and trying to get from point A to point B is ridiculous. So, that's my only takeaway. I mean, and New York traffic, as you pointed out, isn't as better. I mean, so that's why I think LA is I think it more or less just a matter of the logistics of getting there, setting up, and getting out. Also, parking apparently is insane there. You have parking lots that say, yeah, it's $50 a day, and by the way, we have no security, so whatever God you believe in, may they protect your vehicle.
Yeah.
So
right.
Well, gentlemen, I'm going to wrap things up because I'm sure Mitch is probably hungry. Quickdraw probably wants to get back to whatever he was doing, which I'm sure.
Life-changing stuff.
Oh yes, very much so, sir. By the way, how goes, before we do go, how goes the selling of your possessions for getting guitar equipment? Coming along well?
Yeah, it's going all right, except for I'm trying to sell stuff on Facebook Marketplace, which is a
nightmare.
Interesting. I got some guy coming to pick up a drone, and I think he was trying to be my best friend.
He puts the lotion on.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was really friendly, but yeah, he was just telling me his whole life story and everything. I'm just like, do you want to buy the drone or no?
Seriously, do you want it or not?
See, this is why I love living across from a police station. Every marketplace I've ever done. Oh yeah. Can you meet me here? Yeah, okay, great.
No, I'm gonna meet him at a Wawa. It's gonna be in public.
Wawa.
Yeah.
Yeah. You gonna be there with somebody else other than yourself?
I'll probably. I don't have no one else really to bring that I feel safe with. My brother won't do nothing if something happens. He'll run away
I
screaming.
just see your mom. I just see your mom sitting there in the passenger seat while you're screaming, "Mom, he's kidnapping me." That's nice. As she's on her phone.
She's not on her phone watching it live. Hey guys, how's everybody doing? Quickdraw says hi.
Jeez.
Or hey, does this smell like chloroform?
Right.
No, Facebook Marketplace is such a last resort for me. I don't know what it's like in your neck of the woods, guys, but here it's a gong show. It's people either stringing you along or
It's the same everywhere, Sean.
okay. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah. It's the
Oh,
same everywhere.
Somebody said, like I said, that Quickdraw says, telling me, he's like, oh yeah, I've been collecting this set for I don't know how long. I'm so happy I'm gonna be able to get this. I don't care, bro. Like,
Yeah.
are you gonna buy it? No, you're trying to negotiate the price and telling me that you've been trying to collect it for years, and you know this is your final chance. I was like, doesn't mean I'm gonna give you a better price. I already gave you a solid price as it is, and you want to go lower? No, I'm not doing that. Leave me alone.
It drives me nuts with that, man. Or like you said, it's like they tell you this personal stuff, and it's like, great. I'm glad you overcame that. Now this is the price. Like,
I'm serious, dude. The dude was trying to hang out. He was like, "Yeah, man, I'll come pick it up. We can do some rock crawling with my RC rock crawler and stuff." I'm like, "Yeah."
wait. So he wants to take you out to the woods with his RC to go rock crawling.
Yeah.
Hey, do me a favor. When it happens, take a picture so we can see these little mounds that are exactly,
I'm gonna
6
send
feet long and 3 feet wide.
I'll send you a picture of the license plate. So if anything happens to me, at least we'll have that.
Stolen. We find out later it was a stolen license plate. Well, damn. Oh well.
Or better yet, or we just don't check our messages for like a week. Oh wow. Wonder how that worked out for him.
So, what did Anthony say? At least you're meeting at a gas station called Come and Go. What?
Jesus.
That's
rough.
I think I told you guys when I was selling something on Marketplace, I asked the person to meet me at the police station, and they proceeded to give me this long-winded story about how I don't trust them, and where did the trust in the world go to, and it's like, you're a stranger,
right?
Like, I'm sorry.
I think the first thing you learn when you go to school, stranger danger, like this. Hello.
Yeah.
So, I didn't know where else to post this at. It's a big camera drone. I don't want to ship it, so trying to get somebody locally to pick it up is the only thing I had to get.
I'm always scared of shipping. Like, it's not really large items. It's more like expensive items. Like large items I can ship. Although I would hate to ship large items just for the fact that it's gonna cost me more. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
Well, I like it like Quick said, it's local. It's just you gotta wade through a lot of crap before you actually get a legitimate buyer.
Yeah, I had plenty of people interested. I just I kind of posted it, and then like an hour later, I went back and I had all these messages. So I kind of was this one.
That happened to me with the Spider-Man, bro. With the Miles Morales that I put, the two of them. Bro, people kept trying to go. I'm like, and then the one guy was trying to haggle me. Like he over offered what my price. Then he was trying to bring it down, and while he's trying to bring it down from his overpricing, even lower than what my original price was. Somebody else told me, like, I'll give you this for both. I was like, okay, here, it's yours. But I had like 15 messages at least just at that moment. And then throughout the day, more came in.
I did a chase roulette for Red Hulk, and I got the chase, and I had a bunch of obviously extras, and I sold some of them. I sold the last one, and I removed it, right? Not realizing that there were two other people that had, after I'd sold the last one, had messaged me. And one guy goes, "So it's no longer for sale?" I said, "I sold the last one. I'm sorry." He goes, "Well, thank you for wasting my time."
What?
Dude, you sent it to me like 2 minutes ago. I wasted 2 minutes of your life. I'm pretty sure that you would have found some other way of burning that time.
Yeah.
And I don't think you were sitting on pins and needles waiting for me to reply.
Well, no, I felt like that guy was wasting my time, and he lost out because honestly, even Peter Porker right now, that thing is going up in price too.
Oh yeah.
Like you keep trying those tactics with these Across the Spider-Verse and Into the Spider-Verse pops, you're gonna get left with bupkis. Like you ain't getting crap. So
Like I said, I just
I have
place
that
where
one.
would be a last ditch effort. But anyways, I'm gonna wrap things up. So Mitch, hopefully this Friday we find out that you went to Fanboy or at least some convention this year.
Mm-hmm.
And cosplay. Go as your favorite character.
Yeah.
I'll hopefully have a video coming out this Friday. I've said this several times throughout the last couple of weeks, but things at work are changing, so I will still try to keep these going unless something prevents me. But I'll let everybody know well within advance. Quick draw. Hopefully we see you next week, buddy.
Yeah.
Not on the back of a milk
I'm
carton.
hoping so. I'm hoping.
I'm gonna get an Amber Alert.
He's a little old for an Amber Alert. I think it would be like a Mand Alert.
Every child is their mother's baby.
We'll get a silver alert.
His mom would actually get an extra room in the house. I mean, there's that,
Yeah, but she's gonna have to buy some step stools though.
Why?
Because I'm the only one that can. I'm the only one in the house can reach up in the top shelves.
Oh, okay. I was like, how does that equate to your room? What is your room like on a whole new level? Did you purposely put everything out of reach?
Yeah.
Anyway,
No,
before we head out, like I said, I want to say thank you again, just in case anybody wasn't here earlier, for everyone who helped out. I really do appreciate everyone.
Yes, an LBD. Are you selling anything else anymore? Or
Yeah, I do got a few things for sale, whatever. But honestly, it's not an urgency right now. I'll be posting here and there. Like I said, the urgent stuff definitely, from what I can tell, has been taken care of. Just kind of keeping an eye on it, see, because of the swelling, not everything was able to be done, but it's still progress.
That's good. Well, guys, we're going to wrap this up. I want to take the time to say thank you for everybody that came out today. I know tomorrow is your July 4th, so enjoy your independence, and hopefully please do not blow any body parts off that you currently need.
I'm just going to a picnic.
One at a time, gentlemen. What?
I'm just going to a picnic. I'm just eating food. I ain't messing around with no explosives.
Cool.
No, but you're meeting strangers in parking lots, so I mean,
That's not till Friday.
Okay. Right.
Well, he might have explosives from today till for then.
So hold on. On the left side of the panel, somebody's gonna have a new experience.
Right.
Oh man.
Anyways, I'm gonna leave it at that.
Cool.
Let everyone
Take care. Bye.